Hello, Pyre. Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, cat. My cat Molly was just staring out the window. And I opened up, I greeted you, and she just turned and gave me the stink eye. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I decided to say hi to somebody. I have offended her to the highest degree. I just... Damn. Damn. I know this is outside of my usual streaming time and kind of outside of my normal days. But as the title says, we're taking a mental day. My brain has left the building. My brain is gone. Just like there's my controller. God, I'm really pink today. Better than I was yesterday. Or, the last couple days, last couple streams. I was red and black and all this other stuff. Maybe I'll take off the sparkles. Did I? I disabled taking off the sparkles. Damn. There we go. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Okay. No more as sparkly. You miss Pinky on Pinkify? I can re-Pinkify. Ta-da! Well, really, it's more like re-sparkly-fying. I'm sparklified. I got sparklified! Because now I'm covered in sparkles! And now I can turn it off. And back on. And off. And back on. Oh, oops. No sticky keys. No. Can we turn those off? No sticky keys. No sticky keys. I just like the color pink. I'm sad I didn't get to see you not be pink. Oh, hold on. I can show you what I look like. Ta-da! Oh, damn. I thought Sparkle would turn off. Ta-da! But Halloween is now over. So back to... What the fuck? Stop that! Stop that! Stop it! Yeah, it was for Halloween. Oh, it's for Halloween. I should turn that back off, though. I should turn that back off. There we go. That's a rather nice look. Thank you. I worked hard on it because I didn't actually really truly know what all to do. I need to do that. So I just kind of winged it. I knew I wanted to do like red and black for spooky season, but I didn't know what else to do, so I just made some things transparent, disappeared others. Hold on, I gotta let Nelson out. Come on. Go, Nelson. It's okay that you haven't been in stream. I haven't been streaming much lately. Honestly, I've been going through a rough patch. But we're not here to talk about that. We're just here to take a day and play Tales of Arise. Let's see, there it is. Tales of Arise. Done. Oh, now Molly wants out. I lost both my kitties! I lost both my kitties! At least I have this plushy long cat. At least this guy won't leave me. At least I have a plush long cat who won't leave me. There's that. I have one cat that will never leave. Can never leave. I feel like then, and I'm sure your community would be happy to listen. Uh-oh. Don't do it. 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 Okay, I think we're good. I went to move my laptop and I accidentally held down the power button for a second. I was scared. I was scared it was gonna shut down. And I know they would listen. It's just something that I don't want to bother people with, like random people on the internet. I don't mean random as in I don't know you guys, but as in like I had a hard time talking to my mom about it. I had to write everything down. I couldn't say it out loud. I couldn't talk about it with her. So if I couldn't talk about it with her, I don't think I'd be able to talk about it with you guys. So we're just gonna play for a while. I don't know how long, because my mom might make me go out of the house for something. Whatever it is, I hope it all works out in the end. So do I. So do I. I mean, it probably will, but you know, there are those days where it's just, you just can't help it. Central level. Is this not where we need to be? Oh, next level. Okay. Upper level. No. God dang it. I keep on going to the wrong levels. Lower. Lower level. I need the lower level. There we go. Oh, you're right here. Hi, Kisara. Let's talk.
Oh, it's you two. Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
Who?
Oh,
Oh, you
Dohalim?
mean Dohalim, don't you?
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around it all, but he looked like he was taking it really hard earlier.
What do you think about everything we've learned? About the Renans and the Great Spirit and all that?
On some level, I'm not even really sure what to think, to be honest. I mean, the Great Spirit is like a huge natural disaster, but with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it.
yes.
As for the
We
Renans,
must stop it.
I suppose my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia is still a work in progress. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, I was still on guard around Renans.
But it's
So-
better. It's so much better than it is in other people.
To be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is,
That they are
Well-
you. They just happen to have astral energy.
I guess it's a little deflating, to be honest.
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the Renans? At the end of the day, the Helganquil and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible. But at the same time, I realize that not every Danan is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danans have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power and some who won't. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that imbalance, then we'll be in a truly good place.
Well, first we can try to figure out what to do about the existing conflicts we have.
Yeah. It'd be nice if one day people could learn to get past their hatred like Rinwell did.
Rinwell
It's
took
no
a long
small
time,
task.
though.
We can't pretend like the past didn't happen and ask people to forget their very real pain and suffering.
Right. Everybody has their reasons for feeling the way that they do. But if we just keep yelling at each other about it, we'll never move on. In a worst-case scenario, it might lead to even more people getting killed.
And we all have to figure out how to meet halfway. Not just that, but to also embrace each other's pain, in a sense.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
It's true. Everybody has their own scars, their own trauma. The first step to healing those wounds is to put aside that hatred. It won't be achieved through reasoning. But I think it's a good first step, if nothing else. And now, I think I see a way to move forward. But to do that, first we need to make sure our planet isn't going to get wiped out.
Yes. Yes. We must ensure everybody's safety. We must. Ooh, what's this? Dick Fossil construction plan showing a central elevator shaft and multiple circular areas. Oh, it's the blueprints. It's the blueprints of the space station. Hooray!
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy to keep being shocked.
Based.
How are you holding up, Rinwell?
Mood.
That whole talk
I
about the
can
Renans looked
totally
like it shook
get
you
that.
up a bit.
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Dan and mages like my family were persecuted and died out. And now, I finally know why that is.
That's dark.
But I was thinking, if Renans end up
Rinwell's
living together
family?
with Dan...
Rinwell's family is actually basically what the Helganquil would describe as Renan, but just because they weren't caught means that they were persecuted. That is so
Once
weird.
again, then mages won't be such an unusual thing to see on Dana anymore, right? I know it's not as simple as all that, but Danans probably won't be so quick to let their guards down.
No.
And there might be Renans who still act superior because of their
Yeah,
arts.
there will be.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Caste systems will
300
still
years
exist no
of
matter
bad
what.
blood and prejudice isn't going to be an easy thing to overcome.
Yeah. I know firsthand just how much hatred can take hold in your heart once you let it in. But even so, I was still able to change. And if I can change, so can anyone else.
There
So I
you
was
go,
thinking maybe,
Rinwell.
I don't know,
That's the
I could use my position as both a Danon and a mage to help bring
Naive.
both sides together.
that's the naive
That great spirit
confidence
worries me
that we
too,
need.
though. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to destroy our entire planet?
Now that you mention it, Everett 35 and the other scientists here never really brought that up. Maybe they don't know either.
Maybe. But regardless, at the end of the day, Dana's still our home. There's no way we can let it be destroyed.
No,
We
neither
won't.
of the
We'll
planets
keep
should
it
be
safe
destroyed.
no
There's no
matter
reason
what.
for them to be destroyed. We should endeavor to save them. I was going the wrong way. Oh. Oh, la, 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 la.
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this. Believe me.
Really? You've never struck me as the type of guy to get hung up on these sorts of things.
Did you
Ron,
forget
isn't
what
there
happened
supposed to be
back
a
in
rest
Thistle?
area in here? Or did we,
Once
was
my
it just a
memory
one-time
started coming
use?
back to me, I felt completely and totally lost.
It was really that bad for you?
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that I still had things out there worth fighting for.
Man, I think you
Girl,
might be a
we're
better guy than me,
fighting
Alphen.
for.
All I can remember thinking was, when's this guy gonna get his act together?
Law.
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad, and running away from the truth. That was no way to live, and I've tried to stay strong, my way. But all this talk about other races and the world ending, if I can be honest with you
Straight from
guys,
that, yeah.
it's just
Mulan
all
has
too
a
much for me
bunch
to
of good
handle right now.
songs.
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe the key is not to worry too much about the big stuff right now.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about
Mulan
my
has a
thorns,
bunch of great songs.
for
And
obvious
I
reasons.
love that
But I never
girl we're
really opened
fighting
up to
for with
anyone
the
about
last song in it.
them. And when I realized my visions pointed to a
Because
threat
then
that was
immediately
bigger than
after
me,
that they saw the
I didn't know what I should
ravaged
do
village
or
and they're
who
like,
to
oh
tell.
shit, no, this is actually serious.
But that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's really important. I just had to open up and listen.
In
I've
other
miscast
words,
this
if you
conversation.
let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah, I think you're right.
The thing that's most important, what I really care about. All I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me, to fight for them. That's good enough, right?
Not everyone is strong enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once when he was still alive. Law, you know
Oh,
you're strong
his dad.
enough to
I thought
fight,
you said.
and you're strong enough to protect the people you care about.
I thought Alpin meant.
Forget all the big
All I
stuff going on.
zoned out for a second, and all
Just
I
don't
heard was
lose
something
sight of
that
what you
Dad
want
told
to
me once.
protect
I'm
in the
like,
first
what?
place.
Are we
Same
talking
thing.
about Alpin's dad now?
Yeah.
No, Zephyr.
Yeah, I think it does. It's like a big weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I'll fight to protect the people around me. Just like I always have. I think that's best.
I'm glad you got to that point because I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, there it is. It's on the other side. Okay. Oh, right. I don't have to listen to Shion this time. Shion's with me the whole time. Danon's still not given surnames of their own. It's nonetheless an effective subjugation tool. Suppose we aren't all that different, though. Though grandiose sounding, ours are simply a means to identify an individual's formative background. Thing has gone quite smoothly. Even if we were to notice such aberrations, we would likely ignore them as it's not our policies as observers to interfere. You know what? That's a good policy to have. No. Not that it matters once the Lenegus will serve no purpose. Jesus. You don't see them as people. This is... No, that's not fascinating. That's actually kind of terrifying.
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one.
And why would they have need to lie about that anyway?
I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns, and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
When you say the other Renans,
I don't know why, but I did
you
not
mean
like
the
that
ones that are
close-up
living
of his
on
mouth.
Lenegus or Dana, right?
It just looked so
Correct.
weird.
Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
I don't think you can return
So,
to anywhere.
I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegus or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegus might not even be a safe option.
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could turn dire. There is, after all, 3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't
Are
expect
you
the former
really
Lord of
aggressive, though, when
Menancia to
it
be
was
so
you
down
were
about people
forced to be
reconciling.
that way?
Menancia's
By the
fate was a
Hogong
stroke
Will?
of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegus, after this is all over?
Indeed, I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility.
I
In that
feel
regard,
like
I remain determined.
they
On that
can
note,
live in peace.
I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
And kind of
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably.
Ooh.
As the one and only blazing sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
Okay, but then what about the
And I take it
Renans?
that you'll be the one to represent the Renans?
Yes, I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you.
Hello, Freddy. Hi,
However,
welcome
the fact of the matter is that it
in.
will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. That is why.
You're the same as ever, Dohalim.
He's already thinking about
Is it
peace.
too much?
No, relax. You get so tense and formal when you're asking for a favor. Listen, there's no need for that. We're friends.
Friends, we're friends. Friends.
You're too
friends,
kind.
friends.
I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again, this time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
Yes.
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you, my friend.
But
Well,
no, I think it'll
It
be
sounds like
several.
everyone's learning from their past, and
I think it'll be several generations before Renans and Danans live together in like true peace, or at least like peace over the majority. We've proved it's possible because we have Menancia. Is it Menancia? You didn't see it? We have Dohaline's place where it's they live together in a tentative harmony for the most part, and then we have Danans and Renans who have fallen in love despite the castes and all that. The Rena society seems to be caste upon caste upon caste. Like, so many castes and elevation systems in place.
Using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renans?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, I might be a Renan in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one of them. Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. Not if or when, but how. I thought I'd die alone.
I mean, for
that
you,
fate
that's
had me in its
fine.
steely grip.
I mean, not fine, but
I
that's
would have never
expected.
imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save Rena and Dana. I mean, how could I have? It's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you consider the Helganquil's part in all this, it's been even longer than that.
And I have a feeling it's gonna take
It was
like,
Naomi's
just as
hope
long.
that somehow
undo all
someone
the
in the
damage.
future would be able to stop it before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that call is a mystery.
I don't think Naori was hoping that we would just stop the world from getting destroyed. She considered me, a Danan, as a real person. And she very much cherished her own people, too.
That's because you are real people.
I don't
Everyone
think she
is a
wanted
real
the world to
people.
be saved,
Even if
just
they're
so they could
horrible
go back
people,
to
they are
hating each other.
unfortunately real people.
Maybe this is what she meant.
Huh?
When we were talking to Kisara earlier, about all that stuff like everyone's needing to meet halfway and embrace each other's pain and suffering. She said that the first step down that path was for each of us to put aside our own hatred. That means forgiving other people.
I'm your imagination.
Even
Well,
and
shit.
especially before they
I have a
forgive
pretty good
you.
imagination.
Forgiving.
I mean, I
So
already
it
knew
goes
that, but
both
for my
ways,
imagination
right?
to just come up with an
Is that what you're
entirely
saying?
new person like this?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't just mean
Impressed.
forgiving things that happened in the past either. Conflicts will keep happening. If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future, we have to all learn to forgive each other.
You know, you're right. People can hurt one another without even meaning to. I know that better than most, thanks to these thorns.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy getting past this pain. But if we can do it, I'm sure there'll come a time when we can all truly understand each other. I'm there with you, Shion.
Like I said, though,
I
that time
too
will
want to
probably
protect
take
the
more
world
than
we live in
300 years
and all the people we care
to undo
about.
all the damage.
I think that's the
not
very
gonna be
least I
done
can
in
do
just
to
like a year
repay
or so.
Naori for everything that she did.
Yeah.
You
I
guys are
want a
probably going to
future
be
that she
fighting
would
for the
feel
rest of
proud
your
to live in,
lives.
and I'm going to fight for it.
Whoa there, Savior Girl. We're here to save you too, you know.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I want to live, and that's the honest truth.
Good girl. Good girl. Embrace that. Embrace that will to live.
Well, is everybody ready to do what needs to be done?
Yes.
I am. There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dana's still in danger.
So is
I don't care
Rena.
who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
Yeah! Yeah!
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind, too.
Yeah, we know what's on everybody else's mind, but they don't know what's
Like
on
Law
ours.
said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world. And it's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with it. That alone is enough to make it our enemy. But it's not only that. One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving Shion.
Yeah!
You're saying there's a chance?
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegis, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Shion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns as well.
Indeed. Shion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy, the one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction, then...
Shion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
Whoa.
We don't know anything for certain. At the very least, though, I think it's
And
possible
part
her
of
thorns are
Shion's
a part of the
thorns
Great
could be
Spirit.
the Great Spirit.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Yeah.
Shion.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
Take those thorns and whip it back at the Great Spirit. Use those thorns against the Great Spirit.
The question is, how do we confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet.
Yeah.
The wedge
can only
and
imagine
Lenegis
how
were
big
both
it
hard enough for us to
actually
overcome
is.
in their own right.
To be seen like
This is
that
an
from
altogether
space.
greater challenge for merely 6.
And we only know about the Thorns connection thanks to Naori.
Hevric
Perhaps we
35
could
has been observing the
contact the
great
Danon
astral
ground
spirit this whole
forces?
time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort. Let's go see what that is.
Say, hey, can you do something with the wedge while we take care of it on this side?
Our minds are made up. Let's go give Hevric 35 our answer.
Oh, where are we? Oh, there's a map action. We're gonna
So
watch
if the
this thing
Sovereign
first.
and Maiden were originally boot-up programs for Lenegis, what about now?
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins and the Renis Alma stolen, Lenegis is functioning fine. If it needed us before, it doesn't appear to now.
No, because they made an
First they
artificial
lumber you
maiden,
with a
remember?
position you never asked for, then you're discarded like you're nothing? Who the hell do they think they are?
Yeah, they probably
More
thought he was dead, to be
importantly,
fair.
who do they think we are? We might not even factor into their list of concerns.
I just hope everyone on Lenegis is safe.
Worst comes to worst, Lenegis is equipped with a large number of starships the people can escape in. As long as the whole satellite doesn't suddenly explode or something, they should be fine.
Don't jinx it, Shion.
Wait, explode?
In any case, if we're truly going to make a difference, it's
See,
on
even
Rena
Law
we're
was concerned.
needed,
Wait a minute, why
not
did you do
Lenegis.
that? No, I
The
don't think
people
it
there
can.
will be fine. I'm sure of it.
Right.
I hope the people there will be fine. It'll be awfully embarrassing if they're not. Oh. Oh, okay, that's where we are. Central. Central is where we find Hevric. Right? Right? Yes. Haha, I was correct. Hevric? Come here, we need to talk. We
Do
need
you
to
have
talk,
your answer
Hevric.
for me? We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us
Like-
to do that?
Not a planet worth of people,
You
but
must
like a
have something
literal
up your
planet.
sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather,
Okay.
its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated.
So we need to go to the
Therefore,
core.
if you destroy the core, The Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And
How do we
are we
do
supposed
that?
to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma.
We don't have
You
that.
will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our
Uh-uh.
best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy.
Well, it's good that we have both of those.
Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
And what will
Hold
that
on.
do to the maiden?
That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will
Okay, but
happen to the
what's
maiden
gonna
once we
happen
manage
to the
beat the great
maiden?
astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it
Be
really will kill
invariably
me.
released.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the great spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What other
our
methods are
other
there?
options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so
You
clear.
don't get it. I promised
Tell
Shion
us
that she
the
wouldn't
other
die.
options.
That we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
Tell us
It is
the
vital
other
that you
plan.
proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony.
Okay, so
We
that's
have
what
reason to
happened with
believe the Great
Niori.
Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without
Tell us the
Maiden's
other
direct
way.
control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile and will only serve to strengthen it.
I don't care. Tell us
Oh.
the other way. Tell us.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Ooh. Hi, Kyoku. Hi,
Well,
welcome in.
can it?
Hello,
It is
hello.
true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
Okay, then that's the plan we're going with.
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply...
You cannot allow it. What are you gonna do to stop us? You're in a pod. You can't leave, otherwise you die.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather...
Guys, we could just lie. We could just lie and go, okay, we'll do it your way. We won't do it happily. And then once our starship is restored, just go, okay, bye, suckers. We're doing it our way. Bye.
Stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do
I'm gonna
nothing.
put away some Halloween decorations out here.
We want to
Okay.
stop Dana from getting destroyed.
I have the
We
dog.
want to save it. But not if it means
Hi.
having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Damn.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll
We
agree?
win?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement.
So you are an observer, so you can't
I wish
make
to
us
see
do
how
anything.
well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
Remy, no.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegus.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
And then leave.
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
That's
I have
the
one
core.
more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will
What'll
happen to
happen to the
Rena once
planet?
it vanishes?
It'll
Without
disappear.
the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it,
Remy? No. No, no, no. 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 Hi. Here. Oh, and goodness. What is this? What's this? What's this? That's a toy? A toy for you to chew on? Or, for lack of a better word, a chew toy?
we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man,
Okay.
I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
You know what? I was just
Have
thinking how Law has not once scratched his chest. How I've not noticed him scratch his chest this entire dialogue, and then he just did it.
35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar, is all.
I'll let you have that bed if you just lay down on it. That's not laying down on it. That is tearing it. That is tearing it.
Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to.
We're doing it for us,
Remember
damn it.
that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same.
Our wants just
Repair work
been
on your
too
starship has
alive.
commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Stop.
Man, is it too much to ask for Hever 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait.
Still in the
Once the fall
raptor
night's is
stages
good to
then?
go
Yeah.
again, we'll be taking off for Rena right away.
I think they'll last mainly until he's like 3 years
Is the
old.
Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shion's Fire Master Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
That's
I'm
what
not
we're
sure.
gonna do.
In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Yeah, no.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy.
Okay, but that's
If
a
it has the
spirit vessel.
capacity
That's
to
not a
manage
great
that,
spirit.
It can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget,
Yeah.
it nearly killed you. Besides, This is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Yeah.
Hevrect 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Excuse me. Excuse me. No. That's the cord to my headphones. You can't chew on that. That's my long cat. You can't chew on that either. Oh, hello, lady. No. To completely repair your starship, I suggest that you all get some rest in the interim. Rest. Dohalim?
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure
he so wants to just be done with this, but he's like, alright, fine.
Now that I think
I'll
about
continue
it,
on.
I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives.
Yeah!
Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
Mm-hmm.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike.
Yeah, much more than just a small
Realistically
city.
speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
No, they won't. Just like not all Danans and all
Even if
Renans
we
get
end up
along.
butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that,
What are you
that'll be
chewing on?
something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright. To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more. That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Ah,
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though,
Yeah.
that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
probably should.
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
You'll always have a home with her.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you. Doe.
Did you just...
Did she just call him
Never
Doe?
mind. Thank you, Kisara.
No.
I appreciate your patience as I work all
Hold on,
this
hold
out.
on. Bless you.
Don't
Bless
even
you,
mention
Lemon.
it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Setting some good flags here, yeah. Law and Rinwell are about to be the only non-couple in this group. They'll have to deal with two sets of adults being all lovey-dovey. Oh no, are they gonna get their turn?
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize?
Wait,
For what?
why are you apologizing?
I was being real stupid before. About whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that.
No, you had a right to be concerned about that.
I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something.
Ooh.
Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Pretty long
course.
ago.
Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Oh, this is so cute.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
Huh?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own.
What are you saying?
But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
He's getting it.
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe.
Hefric 35 might know the answer.
Oh my goodness.
But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Aww.
Ah,
Now kiss.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
No, but seriously, spit it out. Remy, just a few more minutes until she's done.
Are you sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is.
Every couple is getting their moment. Oh my god.
How are you doing, Shion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, and Laika's not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrect 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blaze—
Wait, hold on. I missed what she said. My mom came in. Hold on. Let me. For some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back. To destroy the grips and me along with it. Oh my god, what?
blazing sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything that
Listen,
we...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes.
I mean, she has a point with all this.
I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got.
If they try it their way and it fails, then...
But if it comes down to it,
they may
I
need
you
to.
be prepared too.
Can we kiss? Please?
Okay.
I just want
But
to
you
kiss.
should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Kiss.
Thank you, Shion.
Kiss, please. Please, 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 please kiss.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
I need these two to kiss.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before.
No!
But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
Yes, I'm excited. I need them to kiss. I need them
You
to
think
kiss.
so?
I do.
This is the
because
perfect moment for them to kiss. Just
Fiona,
Falling out the freaking ladder. So I'm gonna need you to get up on one.
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
yeah. Okay.
that means you both have to make it. You both must make it.
Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Have all the couples said what they need to say?
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively
No,
straightforward.
shush, Pyre,
We
shush.
need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We
Live.
will save our worlds.
They must
That's a
live.
promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I think he can see everything.
I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Phasal.
Oh,
Sounds
that's
like someone's a peeping Tom.
that's exactly
Give
what I was
Hevrek
thinking.
35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I
Yeah.
have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Oh, fun.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait.
Nice.
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
I was gonna say, where else can we go?
All the way
Right,
down
just
just
fly.
walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such,
Damn.
it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Okay, we'll kill them.
Let
No
that
problem.
thing
We have no
lighten
problem
up a
killing
bit.
them.
Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up. Did you just...
You
Shush.
heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
Yes.
What?
Why haven't any of you kissed?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy.
Right, that.
Similarly, the maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
I don't know.
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through.
That
to
is a
the
very
end.
good question.
You mean
One should be
because
dead and
of
one should not
multiple
exist.
chance interactions. The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
Because we want to.
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand.
Yeah, you don't live, you just watch.
All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
Will soon conclude as the... Shall return to nothing. It's fitting fate for this station and its inhabitants after being cast out into the cosmos. That's dark. What the fuck? Damn. That was dark. Nope, this way. I want to check on the farm first. I should be able to check on the farm from here. I was able to check on it on Rena. I was able to check on it on Rena, or not on Rena, on Lenegus because there was a merchant. There's no merchant here. Ah. Take off departure area. Let's go. Take off for Rena. Jump. Jump, jump. Oh, the control should be much smoother and easier
really has
to
fulfilled
use.
its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Oh, let's do it. Let's warp drive. That'll be so much fun. Damn, that's huge. I just realized I didn't have Boodle. Yo. Quite, it's a word with P, I think. Maybe not. Quite lucky that there's a platform for the starship to just land on. Right here. Where we need it to be.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Damn.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So
Oh,
the Great
wait,
Spirit
no.
took
The
everything.
hollow, that's a
It
hollowed
stole
ocean?
energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it,
If
this
this
is what
whole
Dana's
ocean
going
is
to look
hollowed
like?
people, that's a lot of people.
We can be sure that even these few remaining
Unless they can
remnants
hollow
of
out
Renan life will
Plants
not
and
be
animals.
spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Destroyed remnants of Rena.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began.
Special owls seem to have appeared throughout Dana.
Let Dana suffer the same.
Oh, that means, yo, that means we can fast travel again. Something human instrumentality project.
Wait, ever.
Rena, a world of death. Let's do this, and then we'll find those special owls.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Could
Come
you
to
swim in
think
it?
of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
We could go to
This is essentially a
Medencia.
world-sized Renin graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said
No.
I passed.
No.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
No, we're not.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
It is a question, and you know what? It is a question that I am also kind of curious about.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renis Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
We'll find
I'm
out.
guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
Yeah, we'll have to do it
I
quick.
already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience.
Okay, yeah, but that was
The problem
once
isn't just our
300
inner
years ago.
strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
And the Great Spirit is
In
so
other
much
words,
stronger than a few
We
thorns.
need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever.
Okay, yeah,
It
but we
won't
have
be
to
easy,
contend
but
with
it's our only shot.
all the red women.
Time to buckle up.
Even more.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
Okay.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A
Yeah.
lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's
Just
well
a
and
little
good
facade.
putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Which they already
Renans,
have.
Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
Yeah.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
If Dohalim's gonna be like the ruler of all this, yeah, he's gonna have to marry someone else. Someone has... Yeah, someone has a quest for us. I want to see this quest. I want to see this quest. And I want to find these owls.
Always good to be back in familiar territory. Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
Keeping up with the Helgonquil.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
What?
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What?
What? No, I mean... Wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
What about him?
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I
I've
don't
been
know,
thinking
makes them
that
more
as well.
Intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh.
Kinda.
But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
Just deadpan. Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell?
That was great. You, what do you have for us?
Yes.
Remind me, you two were both born in this current generation. That would put 100 years between us? Which would make me akin to an ancestor to your generation. As such, I have an opportunity for you to demonstrate respect due to elders like me. Such respect truly merited in this instance. I couldn't tell you one way or another, but it seems like he needs help.
Excuse me!
Hold on, I can't let you go any further. I had a feeling this was going to happen. You always try to beat me to the punch with these things. Irresponsible biologist A and irresponsible biologist B. Thought you understood that sometimes the quest for knowledge requires that we get our hands dirty. I could be losing out on a valuable opportunity. We'll both give them our requests. I have no objections.
Hey!
What? What generation? Yeah, you're the same age!
Really now?
Just tell us. I can wait. You can go first. Thank you. I'd like for you all to go down to the surface of Renna and track down a certain experimental Zoogle subject of mine. It's a failed specimen. I ejected it from Dick Fossil thinking that would dispose of it, but it seems to have survived the trip in space.
What?
And you wish us to finish the job. I need you to collect tissue from said Zoogle. I never would have predicted that it would arrive on Renna alive and well. It merits further scientific investigation. You know what? It kind of does. You people are ready. God damn it, he makes a point with that. Sounds like someone's a little lazy to me, Doe.
Agreed.
We'll handle it.
Very nice.
The rest of my research is being held up by this, so the sooner you finish this, the better. Zoogle in question is a 6-armed giant. Extremely violent. Oh my You mother trucker. Hold on.
Dohalim, the line of researchers is getting longer.
Perhaps I should have put more thought into this before accepting.
The line of researchers is getting longer. What is... Whoa. Are we good? Okay, we're good. We're good. We're back.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking.
Oh
and
wow,
let's
it is
go.
getting longer. I wonder if we'll end up going back into hibernation. We can stick with you. I mean, kindly ask you. We really are lining up. Great. Fantastic.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The
They
only thing
have
I
to
can think
have.
of then is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
No.
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
It's not, but they're not...
Zoogles were only created because of us
They're
Renans.
not really safe.
We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
Damn,
I
when you
hope
put it
we
like
find
that.
a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed
Yeah.
to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles aren't so different after all.
Hello, hi, Kita-sama. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. There. I know there's an owl in the ravine.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Yo. Yo, yo.
Hey.
Hi, Cole. Really hungry? There's still not enough food.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yay! It's only so much we can broker return. Okay, no, you got a point with that one.
Just great.
Heard there's a merchant from Sislodia who's visiting Glenamede
How's
Castle.
this?
Should be
Got it.
talking to him.
Hey.
We'll see. Here, have this bread. She don't always come prepared like that. Hi, Watts. Hi. Would you say good morning? Yeah, good morning to you.
All right.
Sure. We're just gonna keep on giving priority. Memories of Calaglia. Oh.
I never realized before just how hot this place is.
That's right! Because he never felt anything! He never knew!
It's like being inside a fire.
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes, forgive me. The whole lack of sensory feedback situation.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup, let alone helped spearhead a revolution.
And all with the mask concealing your face. It must have been very grimy beneath that.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renin overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
It's not Halloween. No, it's not
that's called
Halloween
heat
anymore.
stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that
Yeah.
water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know. I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. He'll need to ensure his sodium levels are replenished as well.
In that case, let's see if we can rustle up some rock salt. Alphen, you go cool off in the shade for a while. Shion, stay and keep an eye on him.
Damn.
And then there were two.
Bit of an overreaction, but it's still kind of him.
Well, you've never actually dealt
Maybe
with
it's
heat
not the
like
time,
this.
This place brings back memories.
I know what you mean. We're back where it all started.
You don't ever regret meeting me sometimes, do you?
No.
Are you kidding? You started all of this. Bringing down the wall, retrieving my sense of self. I have no regrets.
Hmm.
Welcome back, Law.
He never left. I don't think Law ever left. I don't think he ever left. Oh, it's great. Sorry, Law. Sorry. I think over... Here. It's right here. It's right there, I think. I don't think Law ever left.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here fast.
Manage ranch. Let's go into the ranch. More audible when you turn. That's because I moved the mic a little forward. The mic was damn! The mic was always in the direction that I faced, but I moved it forward a little bit. So now it's at the front of my desk rather than the back. But it's still only moved a few inches.
Sure.
Sell. We don't need 30 rapid meats. But we can sell all those rapid meats. No. Will you let me? Realm Unifier. Yo! These look sick! Look at that! What are you... Bright Angelica. I like the Bright Angelica, but... Yo! Monochrome What do you have?